Okay, what's up, everyone? Um, just want to give you a quick update on what's going on with today in Black America. Okay, make sure the mic working. So we haven't did an episode in almost 2 weeks, and it's because Tanisha and I got into a fight. I'm just playing. We didn't get into no fight. It's all love. Sometimes people paths cross, and it was a concept, was an idea that was birthed from a place of us having conversations all the time and just saying, hey, let's give it a try. Let's bring the public to our conversations. And it worked, but it didn't work where it could pay bills. And that's the that's the nature of the beast. And when you're not in a I don't want to say a comfortable situation, but when you're not in a situation where you can actually say, hey, let me fall back on my family, let me, or let me just get help over here when you're solely independent, and you move a little differently and you want things to work out in a way that can help pay your bills. And today in Black America, our podcast wasn't generating enough residual interest. And it was 40 plus episodes that I uploaded to my page. She probably has about 50. There was 10 of them that it got to a point where it's like too late to upload. Um, but we did 50 episodes. We did a month and a half. And at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you. She does have her own entity, which is called Black Ass News. Check it out. Okay? Go and check her out over there. And she's focusing on TikTok and Instagram. I'm my main focus, as I've been receiving more attention, is YouTube and Facebook and some TikTok. So I will continue on today in Black America, TIBA. Okay, I will continue on TIBA. At the end of the day, I'm gonna have to work on a format that fits what I can do within my time frame. I have a lot going on during the daytime, and doing today in Black America was awesome and beautiful to do. I loved it. I loved it, loved it, loved it. I'm going to miss our conversations. Now, if I could get to a point where I could pay her to just get on board while she's still doing her stuff, I mean, that's fine. We'll get to that point. Hey, what's up, Chris, man? How you doing, sir? So we'll get to that point, and I've been good. I've been good. Can't complain. Can't complain at all. So once we get to that point where we can actually, pay our bills off of this, then we'll be fine. But until then, everybody got to do. You see me on the road, road tripping, doing my deliveries and stuff. That was hard. Sometimes I can't even produce an episode. By the time I get to a hotel, it's 11, 12 o'clock if I'm doing it by myself. And I'm too tired. I am too tired to do anything. And I bring my laptop with me. I have a laptop, tablet, two phones. Yes, I got two phones, one for the plug and one for the load, okay? Um, so once I get to my room, I'm tired. I don't want to touch a computer because if I touch a computer, I'm looking for my next items to deliver, to pick up, and drop off. And I'm working. So if the YouTube we were getting paid to do this, my mentality would be a lot different. I'll be doing it throughout the day. So I do want to start that concept. But I don't like regurgitating news. I'm not a journalist by trade. And when I say regurgitate, I don't want to regurgitate in a way that it's been done already. Um, like basically, let's say with the Diddy trial. Oh, P Diddy, we finding out this and that and this and that and Cassie and whoop to whoop. And my opinion on the situation is nobody could hold you against your will, no matter how powerful you might think this is. This is real life. It's not a movie. You can find a way to break your bondage. 11 years though. I mean, 2, 3, 4, and you have some people who went through domestic abuse for over 20 years. Okay, but then when there's proof of you doing what you voluntarily wanted to do, that's a little too much. That's a little too much. That's a little bit too much of. And you still went back and had sex with them after you done got with somebody else, or you left the situation of being raped and all that stuff. So, and the reason why I did the air quote is because it's like, and I can't defend these actions, and I definitely can't defend Cassie's actions. So, um, I don't want to regurgitate it, but I will give it a try. You know, the whole Donald Trump, the last show we did, I said to you guys, he, oh my God, this dude, he doesn't pay rent in my head because I don't get paid. Okay. Um, what Donald Trump does to this country is nerve wracking. Can you imagine? 18 years old, 1999. I graduated from high school. Okay. And I'm taking this oath to defend the Constitution from foreign and domestic. Okay. And I'm seeing my country being attacked from domestic, not foreign. Foreign is supplying they're supplying the needs for it. And as you grow into a grown man, as full grown manness, because I was just a young man at the time, you come to understand, and you already know one side of the world, and you know that there's a lot of bullshit on the other. And the other bullshit is politics. Sometimes I wish the military can just knock some of the stuff out, remove the president, because it's a danger to America, to the American people. So I have those opinions, but I don't want to talk about that dude. And a lot of people make money off of him. I wouldn't mind joining that gravy train, but my thoughts, my opinions, my mental health about it is like, it's exhausting. It's overwhelming because to see America, I grew up knowing how America is. In the Northeast, you're taught about slavery. And it's ironic, I moved to Georgia after the service, knowing that Georgia's racist as hell. But one thing I did find out, I prefer you to be racist openly than you to be racist blindly behind my back. So I can respect a racist, openly racist bigot. I know where you stand, and you're gonna know where I stand. Okay. I think you're a piece of shit, and you probably think I'm a piece of shit. But at the end of the day, we two pieces of shit that don't fool with each other. Okay. So it's ironic that I go from the Northeast, knowing about Emmett Till, knowing about all the lynchings, all the civil rights marches, all the Martin Luther King speeches, Malcolm X's speeches, don't rock the boat, the Roosters came home to whatever, things like that. Um, and I moved to Georgia, and it's eye opening, you know. But to see how the thought process works, where they're anti-government, as if the government, United States government. I never understand this concept with Republicans. The United States government is in their business. Your local government is in your business. Code enforcement is local. If your yard is fucked up, they want to swing by. If you're in the county, if you're in the city ordinances or city zone or whatever, they want to swing by and make sure that your house is up to par. Um, then you have your city taxes, your property taxes. The school zone sets the property taxes. So that's another form of government that's all up in your business. You have the police officers, CPS, Child Protective Custody Services, right? They up in your business if your child goes to school looking or saying or does something that is incorrect. Freaking Joe Biden, um, George Bush, um, more, Dick Cheney, um, President Barack Obama. None of them came knocking at your door saying, "Hey, what you doing?" None of them. They'll go into your place of business and have a conversation with you, maybe to get lunch or something, but they're not in your business. And it's the bamboozlement of the idiocracy. And then they want to say, jump off the Democratic plantation. Mother sucker, I am not on no plantation. If I was, I will fight. I would not turn to that mother sucker, or because I have a natural rebelliousness in me. So one of the two things, I will fight to my death, or I run away. And choose that I run away, okay? Because I'd rather fight. Because I ain't got time to be running. That's just me. As a person, I prefer not to fight, but just choose I don't fight because I'm not gonna come out well with that situation. So I'm not on no plantation. We're on no mental plantation. So the country, the way it stands, is like I want to do Today in Black America. I want to cover black news, but it seems like a lot of black news is either celebrity news, the local news already be pushing out news, and I probably need to do those things. Say what's going on in certain neighborhoods and bring to the light of certain things and help in that manner. So I am going to ask y'all for this: support this channel, support this channel. Everything I do, whether it be the cars, the food, and Today in Black America, the podcast. Support my channel. Okay, IAMU Lounge on Facebook, IAMU Lounge on YouTube. And let's have the conversations. I wouldn't mind talking to non-MAGA people. All right? And I can't be closed-minded. I don't want to hear nothing they got to say. Sometimes they might have a point. Sometimes that's their point. That's their personal opinion. But at the end of the day, I want to hear from people who are like-minded and have their opinion on such matters. We're not going to always agree. Okay? Some people might say, well, Joe Biden is the worst president. That's your personal opinion. But let's have an educated debate on it. Why is Joe Biden the worst president in your opinion? But I don't want to hear from the MAGA side. Don't masquerade. I could tell when you're bullshitting. So I don't want to. You try to masquerade like yeah. Then you just start spewing. I'm gonna cut you off. Like you gotta go. Peace. And speaking of President Biden, he did speak on. Why am I saying on? He did speak on his disclosure that he has cancer and it spread to his bones. Prostate cancer, an aggressive form of prostate cancer. And he's going to undergo treatment. Be as he may, he's a former vice president and former president. He is treated, I believe, by some of the world's best doctors at Walter Reed. He's going to be given the best medical care that he can receive. And medicine, I guess you could say prayers and well wishes can help him, ease on. But if he transitions, we just got to remember the legacy, the job that he did as a president and the job that he did as a vice president. He made a lot of mistakes as a senator. Crime bill, everybody likes to throw in his face. It wasn't intended to be used as a way of arresting and incarcerating black people because the crime bill did not have a color attached to it. All it did was have how many felons or, 3 times, 3 strikes, things like that, because the United States was getting tired of repeat offenders. So let's move forward, okay? Today in Black America, the old format, me and Tanisha no longer exist. There's still love there. Support our channel, Black Ass Comedy News. Black Ass News, excuse me. Black Ass News. And I'll try to give you updates throughout the day on certain topics, and let's rock with that. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, then I tried, okay? I've tried. And if somebody would be interested in co-hosting to kind of create this panel, we can definitely do that, all right? Until then, everybody, be safe and stay black. I'm going to give you an update sometime around an evening time when I settle down a little bit more. All right? Peace.